Hi Harriet, and welcome to another video. This video is about basic color theory on page 14. So we all just turn to page 14. Okay, and as you can see, where you have to show an understanding of the primary and secondary colors. So what are the primary colors? Well, in art, the primary colors are red, yellow and blue. In science, the primary colors are green, red and blue. That's to do with light, okay? It's to do with pigments, so red, yellow and blue in art. Another word for a colour is hue, H-U-E. In traditional colour theory, using paint and pigments, primary colours are the three pigment colours that cannot be formed by mixing any colours together. This is a bit like maths, where prime numbers only have factors of themselves in one, so you can't multiply any other numbers to get them. All colours that we have are made up from the three primary colours plus white and black toners. The secondary colours are green, orange and purple. These are the colours formed by mixing the primary colours. Okay, and we'll be exploring how to do that in the next section. The third group of colours are the tertiary colours, and they are yellow orange, red purple, blue green and yellow green. These are the colours formed by mixing a primary and a secondary colour together. That's why the hue is a two-word name, such as blue-green. So you have blue as a primary colour, green as a secondary colour. Red violet or red purple, you have red as the primary colour, violet or purple as the secondary colour. And yellow orange, you have yellow as the primary colour and you have orange as the secondary colour. So now we're going to look at the colour wheel, and you're going to do a little practical activity to do that. Okay, so if we look at our colour mixing sheet, now if we're doing this in class, we'll take the sheet out of our book and we will paint it and let it dry at the side of the classroom. So don't forget to put your name on your work as well. It's very, very important to put your name on the work if we're doing this in class. If you're doing it at home, then you can use a little water jar like I have here, and you can use your little paint tray that we've given you, okay, like such, and your little paintbrush. And also you can use the lid for mixing some of your colors together. So basically what we're going to do is just be very careful whenever you're using your brush. Try and hold it up around the two little silver notches here on your brush. Don't be holding it like this. Try and hold it up more like there, more like a pen or a pencil to get more control over it. And dip your brush into the water and just take off the excess water at the side. Just show you that. So dip your brush into the water, take off the little excess there, and then what you want to do is you want to go into maybe a red. This looks more like a pink, to be honest. Okay, just add a bit more water and a little tempera block, so you have to kind of keep mixing them until you get a nice consistency. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to outline the shape. Okay, and try and control your brush so you get that. And then we're going to paint up in this direction. And then we're going to paint across the top. Okay, and then we're going to maybe use a fan shape to just tie that up a wee bit, just to give a bit more water on that. And you start to see those kind of little marks at the side. It means your paintbrush needs a little bit more water. These tempera blocks are brilliant because you can get a lot of colour out of them, very vivid colour out of them. If we were in class, we're using poster paints. So basically, there's our sectional colour done. Okay, now if you're worried about keeping it inside the line, another little exercise that I get students to do even before we do the painting, to draw a little line on your page, like so, And then you put into your paint color. And what the mistake that a lot of people make is that they tend to put the paintbrush right down on the line itself. So what happens is that your paint automatically goes over the line. So what we want to try and do to paint a straight line is we're going to use the hairs on the brush themselves. The brush is going to do a lot of work for us. So you make a little dot, maybe just below the line, fan out your brush until you can see this straight edge created on the edge of the brush. And all we're going to do is tilt that up and pull the brush along. Okay, so that means it always stays below that line. Now, we'll wash out the brush, make sure it's nice and clean. You might want to use a wee rag or a little tissue. Okay, so the next color we're going to do is another primary color. So red was our primary color. We're going to use a yellow. Just make sure your brush is very clean before you go into these light colors, because otherwise it's going to mix into those colors. Get a nice consistency. Okay, and then we're going to just outline the shape. Outline the shape. And then bring it up like so. Okay, so then we just use a fan shape again, and we can paint in and don't worry if it doesn't look nice at first. You can always add more color in along the top, on top of it. It's just to get you learning about the primary and secondary colors. So wash out your brush nice and clearly, and then we go into the third one, a little bit more water. We're going to use our blue. So we're just doing the primary colors first, our red, yellow and blue. Just going to outline our little shape. Okay, and then we're going to add in strokes going up towards. I need a bit more water on some of these. So make sure you're holding down by the little silver notches, because that gives you a lot more control over your brush. Okay, and there's our blue in. Great. So red, yellow, blue are three primary colors. Okay, the point of the lesson today really is about color mixing. So we're going to try and mix up our secondary colors. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of red to the tray. Wash out our brush nice and thoroughly, and we're going to add in some yellow so we make a nice orange color. So outline our shape. Okay, so our orange done. Wash out our brush, and we're going to mix our yellow and our blue. So what I would tend to do is maybe put the yellow down first. I mean, you can mix it on another sheet if you'd like to, because that yellow looks as though it's not really mixing too well. Then we can add some of our blue to it. And finish that off. Okay, that's our green done. The last one then we're going to use purple. So I might put some blue in there. And then we're going to add some red. We get a nice purple. So we just outline the shape. You can always turn the sheet around. I prefer to paint away from the body. And then we'll use our little fan. And that fans out into the space. And you just go over some of those, make them blend in better. A lot of water used there, but I'll go back in. Okay, so there we have it. There's our first little color wheel. And you can see you have red, yellow and blue as the primary colors, and then either side of the two primaries you have the secondary mix. So red and yellow gives you orange, yellow and blue gives you green, and blue and red gives you purple. Okay, so at the top you just complete those. So red and yellow, red and yellow, red and blue, yellow and blue. Okay, and that's basically all for today's lesson on that. Thanks very much. I'm Mr. Cord. Bye bye. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.